'Tis time for a Hundo Vanilla, aka a smoky specialty. This will be a four-way race. Jaychalke versus JB, Derxu versus Ddraig, for pretty cool pals o' mine. Jay hand-selected myself to calm the match, as this is my category, as it were, rando or not. So, naturally, I was quite flattered. So we've got everybody in the SRL. And looks like Dark is in as well. Looks like, I guess he's probably going to be dropping the gate for us. Derxu is ready. JB is ready. And Ddraig might not be ready right away, but we'll see. Oh, okay, he's gonna have a little pizza. So yes, standard layout here. But in this particular case, no seed roller and no tracker, as we are doing just Hundo Vanilla. So this should be fun. We're going to notice a few things throughout the course of this. As opposed to the any percent randos, which the runners might be a little accustomed to by this point, they will want to keep in mind that they don't have to worry about whether they want to pick up or skip anything. They don't have to worry about shooting and crashing right into an item and then regretting it, as they may not have wanted it. They won't have to worry that much about their routing. And I'm expecting this will be pretty standard IBO from everybody. And just as I say that, of course, Derxu says in the SRL, I'd better focus not messing up the route. That would do it indeed, Dark. Well, while we're waiting a little longer, I'll give you some beverage ASMR, and depending on how much longer we go, maybe a short little ditty or something. JB stating that, quote, Sammy and I are just going to cruise along enjoying the sights. JB was slightly concerned beforehand about his abilities to Vanilla Hundo, but Jay assuring us that there shall be more of these to come. And before he joined this race as the fourth runner himself, I was just about to say, if you don't have a fourth runner by 4 o'clock, I'll jump in and be the fourth runner. But he decided to himself, and I was telling him I'd rather comet. So perhaps next one of these I'll participate and be a runner in it. A nice thing to practice in the meantime. I believe my standard Hundo PB is about 134, something like that, and my in-game time PB is 106. So... Okay, Dark is indeed going to gatekeep. He has entered the race. Now we're just waiting on our... okay, pizza mostly eaten, so Ddraig is ready. So that should just leave Jay. It's going to be Hundo Vanilla, Fry Guy. Welcome, by the way. So, you will be guaranteed, in this case, that everyone will give you a shout-out. Everyone will give everyone who has a particular item location a shout-out. And nobody will be disqualled by checking the backside of Gauntlet first. Jay, once again, spelling out good luck, have fun, one letter at a time. And okay, Jay is ready, so looks like Dark's about to drop it on us. This should be hype. Let's see what happens. Let's see who walks away with 99%. Ah. Hey. That's a funky timer on Jay's side. The stream has made its way on over. Everybody's on the menu screen. I presume if anybody is using Moonwalk, then they've probably already turned it on. And, oh, there's the gate. And boom, there's the gun. The countdown has concluded. Little obligatory delay. Oh, perhaps not too bad odds, Fry Guy. We're gonna see. Another thing this means is, well, we know Jay won't, but everybody will be able to stand up Mother Brain if they so desire. Everyone will have the potential of going for the Baby Metroid skip, and probably a few other things I'll get around to the course of mentioning throughout the course of this. Interesting note. Oh, and we're off. Interesting note, in the meantime, starting with series, Jay mentioned to me, I believe, that almost every one of the matches he's run in that I have commentated, he's managed to successfully pull off the baby skip, if not officially every one. So, bit of pressure on him as well as me in this case. Now, we're going to reach a first version of the Riddler with possession of the baby larva, which is just a tiny little baby at the moment. And this fight is, of course, the scripted fight in which it is nearly impossible to actually die. The fight will end when you either hit Ridley with 100 shots, which I prefer to do in the true completion kill hundo style, or let him damage you down to the health alarm status, 30 or below. And we are out of here. True. True that. Alright, everyone's sitting at 24 health. Pretty predictable, as you just take 5 hits from Ridley's tail, and each hit will do 15 damage on you. Ooh, Jay making it out with 43:32 left on his timer. I did not catch what Derxu and Ddraig's were, but... Ddraig using the Japanese text again. It's going to take us on over to ever so familiar planet Zebes. Power bombless under the acid rain deluge. So, a couple other different things to the randos that we're pretty accustomed to going through by now. The runners will head on down to Blue Bryn. They will collect the morph ball as usual, and presumably the first pack of missiles, and that'll most likely be it. You don't have sound, Dark? Oh, looks like Ddraig is using Moonfall. Jay is not. I did not see if Derxu is. Oh. Well, that might unfortunately be on Jay, who at the moment is racing. So that might be a bit of a thing. If anyone's just jumping in and wondering, is this even randomized? No, actually, this time 'tis not. Legit, for real. It's a 100% vanilla hundo run. So here we are from the lobby down to the construction zone and to first missiles, or alpha missiles as some call them. And this being the normal vanilla ROM, there's the eye in the corner of the lobby, which spies you. If you go to the right into the Christmas tree room, there's another eye in there, where the ceiling E-tank is located, and the second pack of missiles, all the way to far right. Not customary in a standard hundo run like this. It's more type of Nintended strats. But our bottom two runners are back into the Tor ruins, the old Mother Brain room, and following that up the climb as Jay on their heels through the Tor ruins. Jargle behind him, returning to the lobby and back up the Cray Blueprint elevator. So, Natch, our next stop is going to be BT. And... oh, Dark is Restream. Okay. Oh. Well, Jay's name is up there beside the Restream icon, so I want to fix that. Yes, actually BT this time. We are going to get regular bombs, and we are going to have a BT fight on all four sides. And furthermore, it's going to be a full fight. They are not going to be able to use supers to end this fight prematurely. Ah, well, good on you, Dark. That's a good man. That's a mark of a fine gentleman right there. So, pretty standard way to go about this fight is 5 power beam shots for 100 damage total, and wait for BT to toss out those eggs at you, farm your missiles from them, and hit him with a series of missiles after that, and continually farm them. Or in which case you might need to hit him with 5 more power beam shots. But as we see on Jay's side, if you get him to under 100 energy using power bomb shots, you'll blow his head off, and then you'll only need 4 more tops. Textbook Alcatraz escapes from the bottom 2 runners, who are then heading further west out the think. Where we've got our first energy tank waiting for us. 1-0. Oh, Ddraig takes an extra second to frolic with a waver and get bopped in the head by it. As Jay grabs the first E-tank, JB settles into his BT fight. Indeed, GMX. JJ, DD. Dungeons and Dragons down here on the bottom. Which is kind of funny because Draig's name almost looks like dragon. Jargle is the most prevalent doer of Jargle things. It may be his first hundo run. I'm pretty sure he's done or his first race. I'm pretty sure he's done streams of it before. But there, of course, with the pretty standard, although not technically Nintended, Mach Ball through early supers, living up to its name, will give us early supers. And our bottom runners still leading the pack, dropping into Bryn Reverse, Ron Popeil, to find a Bryn Reverse and 2 missiles courtesy of Ron Popeil, funnily enough. One and one. Oh, Dirk's going for the reverse Mach Ball. Not quite. The gate shuts him down. And denied. And the, and finally, of course, the 5th and last item in this small region. The ground floor missiles. Oh, Ddraig getting back up onto the crumble ledge after that, and Dirk's using the bomb to bomb out the side. And no heading down to the Etikun right now, and highly doubt we're going to see a moon dance. So, yep, we're just going standard route. No hamburgers just yet. I'll be interested to see if they will go up the red tower, with all the rando practice they've had probably, to get their the alpha power bombs, or if they'll go down to Croc and get the first power bombs there. Should they go up the red tower, that is gonna, of course, save them a trip back through Kraid's lair. I don't moon dance. I've just watched it done. I've never had the inclination to try it. And several items being skipped on the way through here, which will be much faster to pick up on the second pass through Brinstar. Either after they get all the stuff in the wrecked ship, or after Meridia. So, 3 runners down here in the I take that back, 2 runners. I take that back, 1 runner left in the Green Hill Zone. Oh, and Derx is heading down the red tower. Alright, so let's see if we get any divergence on that score. No, Ddraig is heading down as well. Yep. Access blocked to X-ray right now, as well, with no hamburgers, as well as access blocked to a number of other things. Dirks, the first to pick up Spazer, and the first in this this pretty standard route, just leading the pack still as we go along. Little high five there between the bottom runners and between Jay. Normal route, as far as I know, is has become a bit of an ambiguous term. I think when it comes to Vanilla Hundo, there's an old route and a new route. And the new one, I think, involves an ice clip to Shack Tool and then a one-shot on Croc later. So... Oh. JB is diverging a little bit to the mid-left big pink there. is going to get the mid missiles. And, of course, everybody's going to get the charge beam first pass through here. Some opt to get the charge missiles on this first pass through. Others feel it's, well, most probably feel it's faster to leave the charge missiles alone, and then come back later with a power bomb. Lay a power bomb right there, get the charge missiles while it's exploding, and then head down to the waterway. Oh, Lady is here with us. Cheers to you, mate. Welcome. Well, Derx's the first into the great fight, and the first to take him to a prom. Ddraig could make up, oh, and Jay as well. Ddraig and Jay in remarkable sync at the moment, actually. They could, pick up some time, and Jay indeed does. Jay getting the quick kill on Kraid. Ddraig trying to set it up with a charge shot. Oh, goes for the backup, but no such dice. And JB, taking his time to collect some more of the big pink items, gets the Spospo Supers as well. Derx and Jay, of course, coming back out, walking away with their lovely heat suits. Yeah, as I always say, runner's prerogative. So, next up, naturally, is Kraid's E-Tank. And no one went up the red tower, as it turns out, so no early alpha power bombs, and thus everyone is... Well, we haven't seen JB get to the red tower yet. But as for these other three, they will indeed be making a third trip, or, I'm sorry, another trip back to Kraid's lair with power bombs to get those Kraid missiles. I agree, Link. Especially you're heading through Norfair, where they're not going to get any supers down here, and then coming back up to Phantoon, they'll probably still have only 5. And of course, Wreck Chip will supply them with more supers. And our left side runners, Jay and Derx, going for the high jump region. First, another pretty standard expected choice. Picking up the third E-Tank, as well as the boots themselves and the missiles. Oh, JB is indeed going up the red tower. Interesting. Depending on how efficiently he does this and comes back, he can pick up some time on the others, including his opponent, Jay. Oh, nice! Nice, gets up there, fielding around the Rippers, not even having to worry about it. So what he's going to want to do is, of course, go straight down when he gets to the east wing, get the alpha power bombs, then and the missiles behind them, then go straight up to betas, once he's done farming here, that is, and get the beta power bombs. Then go straight back down, unless for some reason he wants to go to the gauntlet, though that would not be the most efficient call right at this juncture. Cathedral missiles collected by Derx and then Jay in another moment, and Ddraig, of course, in another moment after that. I'm quite excited to see the divergence. I'm looking forward to what this will bring. Oh yes, of course, I forgot Fry Guy weighing in there. High jump boots being put to use on Bubble Mountain there. Derx reaching the throne of Queen Cack and knocking her right on off. And Attababy JB gets his alpha power bombs as Derx is making the play. First play on Bubble Mountain. On down to speed. Jay's still on his... Speed missiles. Don't forget those. Although, if you do forget them on the way in, and then you get speed and come back out, don't panic. The lava will not actually start rising on you. The room will be rumbling, but the lava won't actually start rising on you until you start running. So, once again, another... Wow. Queen Cack and the minions totally unsuccessful in thwarting our runners this time. Excellent, excellent job so far. JB is going to grab the Red Tower East Wing's save. So this could mean... Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty obvious what it means. He's frightened, and rightfully so. Maybe not frightened, but just apprehensive that... Okay, JB? I thought he was going to go to beta power... Maybe he wants to do some more farming first. Alright, coming up, courtesy of Derxu and Jay, will be the absolute high point of this entire run right here. The revelation and collection of the Smoky Beam in its rightful spot. Thank you very much. In a room architecturally identical to the Speed Booster room, except that the Speed Booster room is heated while the Wave Beam room is not, for some reason. And with the combination of High Jump and Speed Booster, they can run right back out to the double chamber, get a running start at the right moment, jump, and get back up to the top door. And Derxu, with a nice moonfall on down Bubble Mountain, he is going to most likely be heading to Croc after this. Or not. Derxu might instead be going for new route, or he might be going to ice first. Seems, I think I'd be more accustomed to going to Croc at this particular point, but... Oh, okay. Jay is going to go to Croc right now. Derxu is heading to ice, so we've got another little divergence. And... Ooh. 3 of the runners now having Smoky validated. Of course, every validation is going to happen throughout the course of this. Every validation, everywhere, everything. Stop, collaborate, and listen, says Derxu, naturally. We've got another option to head on down to Croc. Ddraig. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dark. Derxu does late grapple. Excellent to know. And of course, by this point in Hundo, in Vanilla Hundo, everyone will have the charge beam. So options on Croc are to use charge shots, which will push him back 2 steps, regular missiles, which will push him back 1 step, and supers 3 steps. Although with only this many supers, I don't blame them just using regular charge shots. And JB, the only one of our runners with power bombs, heading back through Pink Bryn, although it's not going to be the case for very much longer at all. Jay, the first to collect the 4th E-Tank. Oh, Derxu just missing the Alpha Spark. Back through the Red Tower. So... Derxu will not have first power bombs courtesy of Croc. So it looks like he's gonna head up top of the Red Tower first. And JB is making the executive decision to return to Green Bryn and now cover the Edacoons area. Oh, and Ddraig almost collects a spike suit. I think he was just a second off on that. As Jay gets the spark on across the top of the post-Croc farming room, gets Croc's power bombs for his first 5. That'll open up a lot more options to him, a lot more things, and fun. Oh, my mistake. Ddraig did have the spike suit, and he tried to activate it right there, but yeah. Yeah. Refrain from comment on that. There, Derxu's first power bombs at alphas. And Jay down in the pantry for Indiana Jones, followed by Grapple in another moment. And yes, in a situation like this, I would get the Indy Jones missiles first. Otherwise, if I have something like Space Jump, if it's a rando or whatever, I now get the Grapple item first, then Indiana Jones. Alright. That's going to bring JB back through the Decora Dance Hall the other way. Doing a bit of backtracking. We'll see if it ends up costing him. And, oh, he's going to farm the Zeb up here. A couple more times. Derx's second pack of power bombs, courtesy of the betas, the giant hoppers. There are the cosine missiles for Jay. And Ddraig is going for, and gets it, the best mock ball in the game, through the pantry. Nicely done. Jargle is back on down Big Pink. Is back into the Bryn Stairs. Oh, and he's going to reverse. Or is he? Perhaps not. It's like he was going to reverse meme route for us and get the blue Bryn items, including, but not limited to, Billy Mays. Oh, Derx sparks horizontally into the moat missiles. Looks like he's a little low there. I think he takes a dip. So he's going to want to go back into the drawbridge, set up that spark again, and fly on across. Alright, JB's now has access to the X-ray room, but nothing to really helpfully get across there. And his name is not Punk, so he's going to leave that alone. Jay is up the Land Canyon, or the Grand Canyon there, Croc's escape room, gets the Croc escape missiles, as Derx gets the remainder of the Ocean Fly, across to the wrecked ship. Ddraig coming out of Croc also. It's going to give Jargle his Spazer. Jay is leaving Norfair. His next stop is also going to be the wrecked ship. So Derx is appears to be doing what I was. He's going to do Croc much later on, after he gets his plasma beam, so he'll be able to one-shot him. Also, pretty self-explanatory, but perhaps worth noting anyway, there will be no microwaving throughout the course of this. Unless they opt to microwave the Key Hunter, Base Pirates, and Lower Norfair. But we've got Jay on up the Red Tower. We've got JB taking his one and only jaunt through Kraid's lair. He's going to be the first to pick up Kraid's missiles right there. As... oh, Ddraig laid a power bomb in the... exited the room just before it blew up. Which, well... that's a little unfortunate, but, it's not like it'll cost him a ton of time or anything. Derx into his first boss. As, we've got the trackers up there, but we won't be needing them. They're just there for pretty much decoration this time. Derx with a hell of a Doppler to finish off the Fantoon fight. Jay with the East Wing pickups. JB with his own first boss. Yes, it's this is what you might say randomization, T-Stein. That's going to take Derx back to the bilge, on up to the main vessel shaft. Jay up to Beta Power Bombs, the Hellplumes room. JB with Kraid out of prom. And Ddraig also in Alphas and Betas. So Derx enters the reactor room. He's going to get his East Side super missiles. As we've got 4 runners now suited up in their hot suits. Congrats to Jargle. Also, another quirk of the normal vanilla game. Both suits, upon collection, will delay for just a moment to have that celebratory effect of being put on. Oh, okay, apparently we are tracking bosses, so... Alright, Dark. Good on you. Oh! Dirk's, a little late on that, morph there, or a little erroneous on that jump, rather, but, again, with the combination of high jump and speed booster, he's able to make that jump through the sponge bath. So, as noted, everyone else will have to come back to Kraid's lair except JB, who is now leaving, en route down to Norfair. His first trip on through there. Derxu is about to enter the fishbowl, as Ddraig is flying across the moat. Jay has already done so, is into the wrecked ship, the dead wrecked ship. Another quirk, of course, that we'll be noticing towards the end of these things, we will have to sit through the cutscenes, the G4 cutscene, and also the bit of delay before Mother Brain stands up. And will also be the normal cutscene on Jay's side, as Jay never does stand up, but the others may. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. Ddraig with the pickup of his west side dead missiles in the dormant spiky room of death. Oh, Dirk's a bit of a struggle to get over there and get that E-tank. He will definitely want to do it now. While he's if he grabbed the save beforehand, then he can employ that save and just come back up. As this is not map completion, another category, however, that I do and specialize in, they're going to want to come through and get the E-tank now, instead of waiting till after they get the gravity suit. And certainly save time that way. And Derxu gets it, makes the jump across. As Jay and Ddraig are into their Fantoon fights, second boss fight for both of them. Dirk's still leading in terms of geographic proximity. He's got 2 bosses down. As we established, he will do Croc much later. And JB's on through the cathedral, getting the mid-cathedral missiles buried in the lava, and which yet somehow still work perfectly, just like the ones buried underwater at the ocean item. Dirk's taking a bit of a hit in the spiky room of death there, but, well, he has 1 suit on, and the rando rules are also out the window here, as to Varia protecting you from all the environmental damage. As it's vanilla hundo, Varia will only protect you half from everything, and then gravity will do the rest. In this circumstance, if they had CWJ'd, gone across to the wrecked ship first, and gotten gravity before Varia, they would still be able to traverse the heated rooms unscathed. So, and that's how indeed the really big god players like Behemoth and Zost and so on do their any percent runs now, and get to times of 41 minutes or even perhaps lower than that now. I might have to go back and double check. Derxu has made his way. Oh, nice clip through the work robot in the nuclear hub. Gonna get all the way across. Handles that room remarkably well. As JB is the first to make the Norfair reverse play, and gets the 3 items over here. The other missile in that illusory stepping stone. 4056, Behemoth. Thank you, T-Stein. Yes. Thought it was something like that. He and Zos seem to be fighting for the record these days, just back and forth, it seems like. Alright, Derxu is back outside. Makes that jump for the sky missiles. Not quite, so he's going to get an impressive short charge. Do a spark straight up and get the sky missiles that away. There's a high 5 through the through the reactor room door from Jay and Ddraig. And JB is making the other bubble mountain checks, Bubble Mountain plays, I should say. Trying to be careful to avoid the word checks in this. Checks is going to be kind of inaccurate. So, Derxu is the first to reach the bowling alley. He takes a pretty normal 3 hits on the spikes. Reaches the Chozo's claws, and he'll be able, of course, to get all 3 of these items in a fell swoop. So... It's like Jay is just a bit behind Ddraig still at the moment, even though they are not racing one another. I'd be inclined to say it's almost a bit tricky to determine who's ahead between Jay and JB just because there's so much divergence between them right now. I'm inclined to say Jay's still a little ahead because he didn't do as much backtracking in his routing. Even though JB was able to make a couple of pickups that he'll be able to skip the second time around. There are JB's wave missiles. Here comes Derxu's wrecked ship reverse. Did an interesting diagonal spark on up there. That's going to bring Ddraig on up to the attic. Jay back through the spiky room of death. And boom. They are all racing each other? That's, I thought at the very beginning it said, no, not at the very beginning it said Jay versus Jargle and Derxu versus Ddraig. I suppose it's possible I could have been a little off base on that, but Derxu, no, this is a 4-way. Okay. I said corrected then. I take it back. Jay and Ddraig are racing each other, so Ddraig remains a little ahead, although Derxu is the first to have picked up his swimsuit. Ah, very well. Alright, thank you for straightening moi out then. And Jay is going to return back on down Bubble Mountain. The Bubble Mountain missiles are pretty self-explanatorily going to be picked up after everyone does Lower Norfair. And Jay's going to head down 9 steps. Looks like he's going to... Oh, he's going to grab the Nutella refill first, and then presumably go to Croc. Yep. There's the Crater Maze pickup on Ddraig's side. The Attic pickup on Jay's side. Oh, and Derxu is the first to pay tribute to my girl bear. My other girl bear, PBB. With her regular PBB PBs this time. Okay. There's our third croc fight from Jargle. He's using supers, which he can kind of get away with, as he has more than... Whoops, missed a couple. And Derxu gets the wraparound shot from the top of the mountain, from the volcano there, and flies through the first room of the gauntlet. Nicely done. There's the first shout out to the Fry guy. There's his gauntlet E-Tank. He will be rolling on through. Get the 2 missiles on the backside. And then he'll probably... oh, nice D-boost off the spikes, too. And he'll probably, I'm inclined to say, go back down to green and pink Bryn and get the items he left out there. It's possible he will go to blue Bryn and get those items first. Blue Bryn is a little more desirable after you've done everything else and are coming back up towards Torian, where you'll then get the Old Mother Brain missiles, the Climb Supers, and of course the Cavity Dental, aka Last missiles, which will be true in this case. Another high five between Jay and Ddraig, this time in Morph Ball form, as Ddraig suits up second. Puts on his swimming trunks. 5 more hamburgers at the first hamburger spot for everyone else from JB. And Jay is on up to the backstage area of the bowling alley, gets his wrecked ship reverse tank. Derxu is straight on down Green Bryn. He is going to moonfall to the bottom of the Ediconian jungle shaft. He's going to encounter some pesky B-toms. He's going to get 3 Edicoon's items. This is everybody. Oh, okay. Jargle is going for the grappling beam first. So this might mean he wants to try the Indiana Jones strat. The way back through the pantry here. Well, it looks like he's going to go for it. This will be interesting. This is not the easiest trick to do in the... Okay, maybe not. Did he get the Indiana Jones missiles in the pantry? Okay, it looks like he's going to do it now. He's clearing the power bomb blocks. He's going to get his... Oh, that's... Yeah, you have to jump out a little once you get to the edge of that there. Okay, so he's got that in mind now. He's gonna... There you go. And he's up. Edicoon's collection complete for Derx. Ddraig, the second to visit PBB. Jay right behind him still. And JB's back on partway up the shaft into the cosine room. Derx is back through the Takora dance hall. We're now going to see him get everything else in and adjacent to Big Pink. Oh! Sparks right into the corner of those blocks. Ouch. That's going to give Samus a migraine. It's the Big Pink mid-missiles. That's going to be followed up by Mission Impossible. And then, depending on what order he does things, Wavegate, Spore Spawn, and Waterway. Mission Impossible Peeps. Standard. Ddraig is, Ddraig is going for the... Oh! A bit of a delay there. They got the wraparound shot, both of them, Jay and Ddraig, but Ddraig needed a little more time there, which allowed Jay to pick up some time on him and take a very slight lead. Now they're almost in perfect sync. Jay almost totally out of health, save for his reverses, but just in time grabs the Gauntlet E-Tank. Hello, Ghost. Greetings to you. Good evening your time, afternoon mine. Alright. Derx elects for Wavegate. After that, he's going to drop in on the back door of Spo right after this. Jay and Ddraig down the tumbler, get their other 2 missile packs. JB is returning through Grand Canyon, Land Canyon, Escape Room. Did I get Easter Chunk? Was I the person to whom that question was directed? My niece and nephew did. I did not have any last night, but actually, yes, I did get some. My aunt gave some to me and everybody else. The niece and nephew's great aunt. So yes, I did. Alright, Derx is back out of backdoor Spo. He's going to, set off the power bomb, grab the charge missiles while it's going off. And then head on down to... Ddraig having picked up yet again a bit of a lead on Jay. A lead which is going to be extended just a little bit more by this moonfall. There's the waterway E-Tank. And there are 3 more Edakun's items we're going to see. Sweet mockball from Ddraig through the trapdoor room there. Definitely avoiding the E-Tank at first. Okay. Jargle's, I'm pretty sure Jargle was just getting the Croc escape missiles, but yeah, those are speed blocks, Jargle. You gotta run back a... Okay, he's trying to pop himself up. I thought he was just getting the Croc escape missiles. Maybe he, something happened to him. He's... Oh, I guess maybe he's retreating this away. Oh, interesting. He's gonna encounter pirates this direction, and he'll be able to boost on through here. And, okay, yeah, and hopefully is gonna go for a spark through the crumble shaft. Very interesting. Not something you see every day. Yeah, Derxu returns through the dive. Oh! Bonk. From Jargle there. Oh, and an interference on the Nova on the way up, too. Derxu is now going to set off his power bomb, head up into Meridia for the massive, circuitous, labor-intensive Meridia trek. So he's going to go for this super short charge on the floor of Main Street. No, he is not. He is not going to go for those troublesome stutters. He's going to do the single tap, or actually, or a couple taps there, or a stutter on the middle ledge to get the Main Street missiles. That takes Jargle back up from the crumble shaft to the ice beam. As Ddraig and Jay are making their way Big Pink to get the rest of the Big Pink cleanup that Derxu showed us previously. Derxu himself is jaunting on over to Mama Turtle, aka Kame, aka Totori, aka Scotty Morphball. 2 items in Mama Turtle's room, of course, an E-Tank and missiles in the wall. Yep. Yeah, it's looking like Jay now has the advantage over... Or actually, all 3 of them, I should say. JB, being fully suited up and on the way down to Meridia. Presumably, after their Meridia cleanups, they will all go back into Kraid's lair to get the Kraid missiles. Sizer Supers coming up on Derx's side. Wavegate E-Tank and Bosbos Supers coming up respectively on the sides of Ddraig and Jay. That he does, Dark. Will be interesting. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Brings Derxu on up into the beach. An area we see way more in SM Rat Rando than Major Minor Rando. We virtually never see this area in Major Minor Rando unless Charge is really reluctant to pop up. Oh, Jago, JB, Jargle, going through that ripper in the Red Tower, it looked like. Ddraig and Jay now finished with their Big Pink cleanup, having gotten the Waterway E-Tank. Derxu in the watering hole, also known as PBB's Spring Ball Sack Room. The Smoky One does not believe she mentioned swap. guess that was an overt reference that somehow got by me. Alright. JB on through beta. Ddraig and Jay skipping X-ray this time as well. Pretty good call. Standard item hundo X-ray is usually picked up towards the very end of the run, when you can get through there with the crazy combo, both space and screw, and it's far easier than any other circumstances. And up on through the power glass they both go, as Derxu, still leading the pack, is in Lake Erie with his snack fight. Oh, Jay gaining a bit of ground on Ddraig once more, fighting for the lead between the two of them. This looks like Ddraig needed an additional attempt to get the Main Street missiles there. Derxu taking down the snack, showing us that he can still be quote-unquote damaged after he dies, technically, and that his body can still harm you. Oh, Derxu going for a halfie there. Did not quite turn out that way. Both Jay and Ddraig in Mama's room, as JB is giving a shout out to some Nintended strats, using the grapple beam to get across the ocean platforms here in the peninsula. And Derxu, good on you, Derxu, not forgetting the precious item. It's an item you'll usually want to get first before Dragon. And going to have us... We're going to be serving up some shrimp in what looks like a mash fashion, courtesy of Derxu, as he cannot fry any shrimp at the moment. And broiling will probably be a little too much effort for him. Yep, he's doing the stutter, which is a reliable any percent strat in Dragon's room. Usual mashing of some shrimp. Oh, right over Dre's head. Okay. Ddraig is into the beach now. Jay laying a series of bombs after the crab's supers. So either Ddraig picked the lead back up from Jay on that score, or Jay needed a couple additional tries to get the Mama Turtle items. Or the Sizer Super items. Oh! Nice! Nice one from Derxu, getting the blue suit. Damage boosts off the turret to get back across the Sizzler, get his space jump to Tracy and Polar Behemoth Bunny validate. Nicely done. Dragon Jay are through the watering. We're gonna see them high-five one more time. Right there on through the... Well, okay, that was a low 5. Ddraig in Morph Ball form at the time. JB into his second boss fight, taking on the Elephant Ghost. Oh, Derxu was going for a moonfall down the halfy setup room there, or the owl, but froze that mock droid and jumped at just the wrong moment there. So he's going to need a short charge to get across this. Yeah, speed boost across. Okay, he's not getting the Batuni tank just now. Guess he's going to get it on the way back through. Each of them is going to have to do this twice. Go through Batun's region and the aqueduct twice to Oh! Derxu just missing that spark up through the aqueduct there to get the 2 aqueduct items. And yes, and each of them going to have to do this twice for each sand pit. And usually the east side sand pit is desirable first, as it is both closer to Jaychalke, and the west side one is way easier to do with Spring Ball. So that's the direction Derxu is heading first. Jay is into his Botwoon fight, or he's been into his Botwoon fight, actually just closing it out right now. Ddraig is in the Coliseum, JB is in the reactor. Okay. Derxu now having an easier time of it with the in the east sand pit with his space jump. Of course, space makes everything easier, especially if you're underwater. A little further right, Derxu. There you go. And looks like his next visit is going to be to the shack, the tool itself. Let's see if he's going to have Shack Tool living to dig another day. Another intended strat there, at least briefly, Jay using the grapple beam to get up one of these Coliseum grapple walls. Oh, Ddraig pulling out the SBA, pulling out the, I guess that would be the smoky SBA there, the X Factor on Dragon. He and Jay both do have the option of frying up some shrimp, should they so desire. Looks like Ddraig is just going to go with the broiled method. Yep, broiling some shrimp, closing out the fight with ammunition. We'll see which avenue, which culinary avenue Jay goes for here in the Sizzler. Space jump incoming for the both of them. And Derxu patiently just sitting in the Dig Dug here, or oh, pardon me, the next room is the Dig Dug room. Oh, and kills Shack. And kills Shack at least once. Let's see if he does it again. And a validation. Yeah, we've got a, oh, Ddraig collecting the precious missiles after the Dragon fight. It probably doesn't make that much difference if you collect those before or after, in spite of what I said before. Jay, in the midst of his Dragon fight, also doing the short charges to mash. Oh, Dragon is pissed, being the, see you next Thursday that we all know her to be. I shan't say the word itself, I shall only insinuate it. Okay. That was a bit of a mishmash between some mashed and broiled shrimp. You please, Dark. Alright. Derxu's next stop will be Plasma, followed by the remaining Meridia Sand Pit, and then Kraid's Lair. Well, yeah, the phrase everyone is accustomed to is "see you next Tuesday," but Thursday works as well, and I like to be unique and whimsical with things like that where I can. Okay, Ddraig is on down to the first sand pit. East side as well, as Derxu is going to pick up his plasma beam. Oh, Ddraig, okay, there you go. Ddraig having a miniature the east sand pit power bombs, but are, and has a bit more of a commanding lead Jay at the moment. Jay stops first to get the Botwoon E-Tank, which I believe Derxu still has to collect. Ddraig heading straight over east into the pants room. And we've got a raid. Benergetic, thank you very much for the raid and welcome. 6 exclamation points, one for each of the members of that raid you gave us. Yay! Second encounter with the tool, Shaquille O'Toole itself. As JB is doing his wrecked ship cleanup. And that's going to bring Jay down as well into the East Sand Pit. Ddraig on through the tedious Jack visit. And Derxu thankfully did not forget his Botwoon E-Tank. Alright, cheers Benner, thank you again for the raid. Take it easy, see you next mission and all that. And that's going to take Derxu back down to the Kaleidoscope room, back out to the Aqueduct, and to the other... yeah, we've already had a couple Jack kills, Strut. And to the West Side Sandpit, aka the Reverse Sandpit. Yeah, Derxu also killed Jack Tooley, so we'll see how Jay handles that. Well, Derxu is not putting down a power bomb to start with here. He's gonna... okay, he can do that too. He's gonna very quickly just spring ball, hop up there, shoot the egg off, and boom. Oh, and nice little hop across that little gap. JB in the nuclear hub with his missile pickup, and a clip through the work robot as well. Jay's turn to sit through the, not quite a cutscene of Shaq digging his sand. Last time I was in this room, I killed Shaq Tool just before he was done digging the sand, but that's not an automatic room reset, because the yards can dig through the sand for you as well, so I just had one of them do it. Finish the job. Alright, that is everything Derxu has to do in Meridia. He is the first one to be done with this gloomy, circuitous portion of the cleanup. He will now, probably now, if not now, then later, go, okay, he is going to save it for later. He's going to come back up from Norfair after Ridley, and then do the Kraid missiles. Oh, failed to notice it before, but Ddraig turned off his ice beam, which can be an efficient call. Okay, Derxu is getting the crumble shaft item, but I don't believe he went to ice beam. It's like he's going to. Oh, of course he did. He's freezing the Novas. Of course he went to. He went there really early. Silly Smokey. Okay, now he's going to... oh, okay. Did not quite clear all of the speed blocks, but that's alright. He's taking this opportunity to shine spark horizontally through that erroneously named Acid Snake's room. Yes. Or the Dragon Room. That's a better... a better call. So Derxu is also going to do his croc fight when he comes back up from Ridley. So we've got synchronized item pickups from Ddraig in person of the Botwoon E-Tank, and Jay with the plasma beam, having also turned off ice. So again, pretty efficient. Jargle is in the bowling alley, going to get his 3 items. As Derxu is doing another thing we don't see every day, but we are going to see 4 times this time. It's heading west through the Hell Hall to the giant acid room, Acid Chozo, triggering it with the possession of Space Jump as usual. And If you don't have space jump, but you still have a lot of health, don't believe that you can just go down there and drop through there and go through the acid to get through the rest of this room. That block will not be opened. Alright, and successfully collecting the Goldie missiles the first trip through, not hitting the crumble blocks. Laying down a power bomb right there to open up the Goldie supers. And collecting them beforehand. So, okay, he's going to do the regular old Goldie full beam combo, shard shot kill. He's trying to find that sweet spot, and he's got it. Right in the middle of Goldie's outer foot there. So once you found that sweet spot, just crouch, hold both angle buttons, assuming you have both angle buttons, to aim straight up and go from there. And is rewarded with a screw attack. Interesting thing about Golden Terrizzo, technically, if you're in a rando, or actually, not even if you're in a rando, you can technically microwave Goldie, but it won't really do any extra damage. You see, has the it looks like microwaving the other bosses, but doesn't operate the same way. That's bringing JB to pay the last homage to PBB. Ddraig is collecting the Kraid missiles. So nicely done. He is going to be able to head back over and straight on down to LN himself. There's Derxu with an SM Rat pickup, which I am sticking with that name, even if we're vanilla hundoing. I agree, Dark. He's quite a strong runner with some solid movement. Worst room in Amphitheater and vanilla hundo, no worries whatsoever. Santo Poco, no big deal. Jay also remembering to get the crit missiles, nice job. And Ddraig heading on over to the Ice Beam next. As JB with the fourth and last shout out to Fry Guy. If Fry Guy is even still here. Derxu not being so shameful. Picking up his cheeseburgers of any % shame. There's another almost high five between Ddraig and Jay. Both in morph ball form, but one of them was kind of off the ground, the other one was not. So, Ddraig about to collect his crumble shaft missiles and head straight down from there. Oh. Oh, of course. Feel so accustomed, though, that I kind of carved out for myself originally. Realizing now that while they were in Meridia, Jay and Ddraig had not turned off ice, they simply didn't have it yet. But Derxu into his G4 boss fight. Once again doing IBO, KPDR, as each of our runners shall be. I have never seen anyone anything RBO hundo, but I'm not sure if that would for anyone. There's a Ridley E-Tank. How fortuitous. Who saw that coming? Alright, Jay wanting a little more speed through that lava spikes for him. Looked like he was going for a chronic boost, but it didn't quite happen that way. No, JB is doing the Criteria Climbs pickup right at this moment. So, looks like he's gonna have to reverse course again. Oh! One jumping one jumping Boyan got in the way there. Okay, he's gonna elect to kill them instead. 4 supers. 4 supers each. The Boyans, each with 1,000 health. Supers doing their normal 300 damage on each Boyan. Can also be killed with 3 power bombs. Well, and there's the strat I normally employ by Ddraig, going into morph form with Spring Ball and just holding down the jump button, which will get you across and up from crumbled platforms. Hey. Jay is on down and around, on his way to Goldie. Ddraig is fighting the very same. Derxu is into Fire Fleas. Now on the way back out of Lower Norfair. Gets his Fire Flea E-Tank, leaving only 2 E-Tanks for him, which will be Crocs and Blue Bryn's Ceiling. So, each of our runners, again, now will head up to the Alkun Hadarubi missiles and go around the Morph Ball maze here to get the jailed power bombs. And post the bail for these particular power bombs and take them out of there. Ddraig pulling out a short charge to set up some fast it's a little too low and bonks into the undamageable part of the pillar. There's a screw attack pickup for Jay as well, as JB is taking this opportunity to clean up Blue Bryn. He's going to get his Ceiling E-Tank. He's going to get his far right Christmas tree missiles, and he's going to pay a visit to Billy Mays. Franker Musketeer missiles, or Elm Street missiles, collected by Ddraig there. Elm Street missiles collected by Derxu. SM Rat missiles collected by Ddraig. And we are getting the first visit to Billy Mays from JB. He is totally suited up, so yes, even if he does that and hits the spikes, he's fine. Billy Vanilli, just 2 missile packs. Oh, and Derxu doing his remaining Norfair cleanup, going through the reverse area. 3 items here. The first missile pack he'll pick up on the way back. Okay, my apology about that. So turn, we've got Jay being mock shameful. We've got JB returning through the, what would originally be the meme route. Getting his Blueprint power bombs and coming back to do the waterway. Oh, as Derx finally jaunts on down to visit Croc. Ah, naturally, Derxu remembered. I had no doubt. Total faith. So, looks as though Jay, JargleBargle, and Ddraig have gone old route. Derx went new route. The one-shot Croc. There's JB with an impossible mission. Ddraig and with a bird, pelican, pterodactyl, dragon type thingy. Ddraig more than halfway through his fight. Jay not so much just yet, but oh, pelican down on Draig's side. That was quite a pelican brief. Nice clean fight. Time for another drink. Alright. Ddraig retreats back through Royal Farms, back through the Flower House and the dojo to the wasteland. As Jay gets the Ridley E-tank and sees an empty canister with no Metroid larva. Wherever could it be? As Derx is on down to the pantry, about to get his late grapple beam. And he'll be able to do this grapple first, and then get Indiana Jones. Or by the way, I like to do this, saving a little time when possible. JB is collecting smoky demerits, is what he's doing. JB, the smoky mistress is not pleased with you. Deliberately going about the stupid gate glitch strat. You got it with high jump. No big accomplishment. La-di-da. Rest of the item cleanups in their respective Norfair regions for the other runners. Derxu gets his cosine missiles. He will get his Croc escape missiles, and that should be almost everything for him. He will just need to return to Bryn, go through Blue Bryn, and looks like he'll be finishing up first of every. That is what it looks like. Anything can still happen. No, it is not dark. You are incorrect. Haha. Requires a little precise timing, but all you do is jump up there, get to the top, shoot the gate open, morph immediately, and roll under it. Easy peasy. Ddraig is through the, well, for the second time, through the Alcoon Hadarubi room into Elm Street. As Jay is routing the same, going through the rectangle, getting the power bombs out of jail. JB is claiming his X-ray. Oh, good, Derx did not forget the Kraid missiles. As I was laying out what he had left to do, I temporarily forgot about this, but thank goodness he did not. and he will also need to get X-Ray himself. And with the help of Spring Ball, he will be able to, once again, hold down the jump button and just leap right on out of here. Like that. And his Croc E. Oh, he already got the Croc E tank. Oh, of course he did. I'm being silly again. Absent-mindedness happens to the best of us, as I display on a daily basis. Right then. There are Ddraig and Jay closing out the Norfair cleanups with their reverse locations. Which means all they should have left to do down is get the bubble. Derxu not forgetting his X-ray check. That's good on him. Oh, excellent. Ddraig laid down that power bomb. He had me worried for a second. Oh. Derxu selecting his super to auto-cancel. That's something I like to do a lot as well. So, our bottom two runners on pace for a perfect game, which of course is the object of this. And Jay as well, presuming he... Yep, Jay is not forgetting the Bubble Mountain check. So, oh! Ddraig blocking himself by freezing the B-toms. That's unfortunate. That's... But... Jargle, coincidentally coming back into Bubble Mountain just as Jay is leaving. And Ddraig about to leave Norfair for good. As Derxu, oh nice, Derxu's getting a mock ball across the new bridge. And Derxu is claiming zone up to Blue Bryn. That's a missile pack I usually get on the second pass through Brinstar, the big cleanup. But either way works. And he's through to Blue Bryn. He's going to get his last pack of power bombs here. He's going to get his last E-tank, and a couple of his last missiles. Alright. Ddraig is a bit ahead of Jay at the moment. He's heading through the pre-X-ray room. Again, with the crazy combo to make this as easy as it can possibly be. Yep, Jay on his tail, just one room behind. There's Derxu's 14th and final E-tank. Last tank is in captivity on Derxu's side. Oh, and this is also a nice strat from him. He charges up at the mark. Gets the missile pack in the middle of that spark, and then sparks up the chimney. Alright. And with the help of the smoky beam, can shoot open that rock illusion door right early, and quick and easy. This Ddraig is still one room ahead of Jay. Coming back out of X-ray, back to the red tower. Oh, Jay gets yapped. Gets mauled there. But he's alright. He's got both suits, plenty of energy, way more than necessary. This Derxu with a swag moonfall back down the chimney, and also with the aid of screw attack to break open the block there. Another place you can do that in randos is the screw attack room itself. So Derx back on up the Blueprint Criteria elevator. Whoa. JB, going for Lower Norfair before Meridia, actually. Might feel like he's behind, and maybe needs to save a bit of time doing this. He's going for a high jump equipped gravity jump to get on up there, and nails it the second time. Nicely done. Unfortunately, this is going to end up costing him way more time, as it turns out. He does not have space jump, and so he will not be able to get Goldie's missiles. So, if he's going to do Hundo, he's going to need to go back to Dragon, then come all the way back down here. And yeah, he might just find that out the hard way in another moment. Feels bad. Derx, in the meantime, has collected his Criteria Climb Super's final super pack. In just another moment, we'll get the 100th item of the game, the last missiles. Not necessarily good, Dark. He's gonna yeah. That's... I don't know if he's just... Well, he grabbed the save at the top of the hell, so presumably now he'll just go back through the lavatory and then go up to Meridia. Alright, there's the Cavity Dental Missile. So that's his 100th and final item. All that's left is Headquarters. All that's left is the Brain of Mothers. Yay. Again, Ddraig and Jay not far behind. Ddraig collecting the old Mother Brain missiles. Should just have his last 2 items to go after this. Jay, coming back up the elevator, just has his last 3 items to get. And there's the cutscene, during which Derx can do as he wishes, take a little breather for a moment. And Ddraig into the Climb Supers. Hey, crystals exploding out of all. And down goes the statue. Interestingly enough, if you have the little scene category True Complete, which I do, then you have to open that door. There, it's part of a true completion is all non-blue doors have to be opened, including the flashing ones. All the flashing ones, so it's just something to keep in mind. Alright, Derx is into his... Hey, Everald Johnson! Nice cheer. Derx into his first Metroid room, as Ddraig has completed his item collection. He's sitting at 229 missiles. I'm pretty sure Jay has collected everything as well, although his... Whoops! Ddraig freezing some items and blocking himself in the Terminator. Jay's item collection is a bit tougher to ascertain, as he has used a bunch of missiles and is sitting at 178. And of course, in vanilla, we do not have the ammo counters. Fancy schmancy things that are equipped for our rando runs. JB has made it on Meridia to Main Street, gets the Main Street missiles, as Ddraig is into the cutscene. Speaking of cutscenes, Derx is going to attempt baby here. Oh, looking pretty good so far. Putting the smoky beam to good use to clear out the coral. And nails it! Sweet. I also just noticed now on the counters, we're also marking Croc and Shack Tool each time. Fair enough. If we're gonna track the bosses, why not? Okay. Ddraig and Jay are into the gallery. Jay is waiting for the statue to fall. Ddraig is down the elevator into headquarters. Derx grabbing an ice zebetite skip in the membrane. And JargleBargle has a new follower in the person of Just Not a Fox. So well done, Just Not a Fox. And Derx reaches MB1. The regular 3,000 damage, plus the projectiles to blow open the glass. Okay, trading Metroid. Kojacting a couple. Revelation of missiles in the war frustration. I agree. I do believe Derxu is going to beat my PB. Of course, he's probably a stronger runner than I am to begin with. Yep, I'd certainly say sub 35. A good Taurian usually takes about 7 to 8 minutes, and he's, of course, more than halfway through Taurian. So, I don't quite think he's going to be able to get sub 130. He's going for a stand-up glitch, so I hope he's saved beforehand. It doesn't look to me as if the trackers have been cleared, but maybe that's just the delay. Maybe they'll show up cleared on the stream in just a second, but even if someone did clear them, it's not like you're... Oh, you already fixed it. Okay. Guess I was tuning in a little late to seeing that message. Pardonnez-moi. Redemption, Just Not a Fox, welcome. Unless you've been here this whole time, in which case, welcome from the beginning. There's another, Oh! Jay gets caught at the last moment. Oh, the Smoke Mistress has let Jay down. I do always enjoy seeing the baby in both cutscenes simultaneously, though. Or less of a cutscene in this case, as Derx is indeed doing the stand-up. And Ddraig, right in between both of those baby Metroid appearances, in the membrane, getting the Zebetite skip, working his way on over to Mother Brain. As JargleBargle returns from the watering hole, gets back on over to the beach, it's on down, reapproaches the Crabarinth. Oh, goddess bless you then, Redemption. Are far too kind. Fifth and final Ghidorah on Jay's side. He is dropping down the Rinka shaft as Ddraig enters MB2 and Derx enters his escape. Escape Room 1, standard. Escape Room 2, equally forward. Escape Room 3, just a diagonal spark, no trying to show off with any fancy pantsy schmancy blue bomber strats. Yeah, looking like it, Dark. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, no sub 130, but certainly a sub 135, whether he likes it or not. Okay, wow. Something for me to perhaps start shooting in that case. Derx left with 100 and... Oh, no animal save, but Derx left with 135 total back to the landing site, onto the ship, finishes in first place with an official speedruns live time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 58 seconds. You know what to spam on in there. In the meanwhile, there's a fourth and final snack down in Lake Erie on JB's side. As he reaches the beam freeze. Other two still in the M-Brain. Well, and pulling it out with an in-game time. 59 minutes! Dang! Incredible run. Not every day we get to see a run like that. But yes. As you can now see, Derxu and concentrate on. Ddraig is into his escape. Jay is, who never does stand up, once again, is sitting through his cutscene. Opt for bopping Jay and Ddraig. Well, mission accomplished, Derxu. JB into his third boss fight, the Shrimp. Behemoth Spark from Ddraig. One up the climb. Back up the parlor. Oh, Ddraig also getting a PB. According to Dark. Also not saving any animals, but hopping onto the ship with a second place time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, 29 seconds. Bada boom. Ask them in SRL if either to exchange a few words. Oh, Jay finishes in third place. 1:34.36. Jaychalke's comment, I hate Mama Turtle, which he also stated far earlier in the SRL conversation. Wow, 3 personal bests registered during the course of this race. 102 IGT for Ddraig, nicely done. Jargle finally about to pick up his space jump. And that's already shot off Jay's time. Okay. I am a moment if anyone's going to share a few words with me. But there it is. There's official confirmation.
Yo, yo, yo!
Just as I say that. Hey, salty one.
What's good?
Well, Derx's item completion percentages. He has just reached the end of the credits, and that first place is an official win now.
Nice. This is a 2-minute, 8-second PB.
Yo.
Hey, Derxu,
Hey.
GG.
Oh,
Hey, yo, GGD as well.
wow.
I
Incredible.
very much dislike Mama Turtle right now. So I went in
Stated.
and I missed the charge, and so then I tried to go up and I tried to do grapple stuff. I kept missing it, and then I kept missing another grapple, and then I tried to do something with Mama Turtle. Then I left the room, did another charge. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
It was so bad.
Uh,
Well, as stated a couple of times in the SRL conversation, including comment. Jay, it appears I owe you an apology. The Smoky One has let you down on
It's all good.
your baby skip.
Yeah, no, man. The worst was just I did like so many jumps, and then to get have to get the
That
whole
close.
cutscene. That was so close. No, that was a really good race. We were all really close to each other.
yeah, for sure.
I think so. Derxu, yeah, we all finished within 4 minutes of each other.
Mm.
So what's Jargle up to?
Well, he just collected plasma. Unfortunately for him, he thought he was a little behind, and he did a gravity jump to Lower Norfair before Meridia. Then he got over to the Chozo and realized that's not gonna work.
Oh no.
Felt bad.
Yeah, that's something if you don't do Hondo or 100% stuff, usually you probably don't have that in mind.
Wow.
Just start out with that. So.
Wow, Dirk's absolutely amazing run. You too, Jay. With Dirk's sub-hour IGT, as was noted already a couple times in the chat. That's, again, don't see it every day.
Yeah,
And
it's actually kind of good run.
yes,
Oh, this is where I
Draig's second
remember-
place is official as well. 1 hundo. Jay's third place is official as well. 1 hundo. Yay! He was was a little worried he might not get everything. So, guess we'll determine towards the end.
So this is a double PB. I did a run this morning, so I got another PB today. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Oh wow, awesome!
Yeah, double PDB day.
Okay. Well, double congrats.
Thank you, thank you. But now I have to
this is gonna be
figure out where I can shave off 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Kappa.
Yep. So, Jargle is going to go ahead and this race, so good on him. Sounds like I'm hearing a voice back there in the background.
That's me. Sorry.
Oh.
Man. Okay, I gotta go back in time though. That was at least a minute plus easily that I could save just at Mama Turtle alone, and that's so dumb. I knew right when I went through the door, I'm like, this is not gonna be enough, and it wasn't.
Okay, well, prematurely just for you then, Polly, sweet dream. And, any other particular thoughts that don't have to do with Mama Turtle?
Let's see. That one creature in Meridia, I think there's an E-tank above it. What's it called again?
Which E-tank?
The one where there's an E-tank and there's a missile next to it and there's this creature down below that.
This is in Meridia?
Yeah.
I think they're called Totori, Jay.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Totori. Yeah, those guys are.
Oh, yes.
Those guys are fun.
Kame. Scotty.
You're right.
Well, there's a fourth and final tool marked on the tracker, as well as JB as well. Blown shack tool to smithereens.
Well,
and validates his run.
I wish Jargle a fantastic finish here. They just have Lower Norfair left then, yeah?
Yep, and the items therein.
Fantastic.
I think he pretty much got most, if not all, the quote-unquote traditional last items, like Old Mother Brain and Climb Supers, and maybe the Cavity Dental missiles.
And what happened to DJ's stream? I wanted to see the full 4100s.
Yeah.
That, I guess, would be a question for Ddraig.
Yeah, so thank you, Smokey, for commentating. I know this is your jam.
Oh, it is. Thank you for asking me if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, you were the first person I thought of.
Oh, lots of love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'll see. Drake's still in the room here. I'll see if I can ask him what happened to his stream.
Whoa, now I'm on there.
Ah. That's scary for small children, Ddraig. You shouldn't have that.
What was I chewing on? Oh, it's my glasses. It's like, what am I chewing on right there?
Yes. Dark confirming what he can. Jargle just has to do Ridley. IHRC. This'll keep viewers entertained. And JB is finishing things out. Yes, showing Ddraig still in the room here, but guess perhaps he was not in the mood to chat, which is fine, of course. Okay, he put the well, it's obstructed, but he put I thought it was scary before.
There's so many of them. There's so many of me.
Oh golly. Well, JB at least allowed the boulders to fall in the west sand pit, so now he just needs to collect the items.
Oh, it's just better radio, Jay.
Hey, there we go. Full 3 100s.
And JB is showing 210. So, I believe I have faith he'll be able to pull out his hundo. If count is correct, he's got the Goldie missiles, the SM Rat missiles, the Hadarubi Alcoon missiles, and the Franker Musketeers Elm Street ones. So those are the last 4 missile packs. And the last 2 E-Tanks are down there as well. Yeah, I think he'll be alright.
Did you guys see my Fantoon fight, by the way? I'm pretty sure it was like a 10-round Fantoon. I'll have to go back and count. I'm not kidding. It was so bad. Like, I went in probably a minute ahead of Ddraig, and Ddraig left 30 seconds ahead of me. It was that bad. It was, I'm like, why? What? It was not a 4-round dark. It was more than that.
Now, like Dark said in SRL, you guys were just going back and forth with the lead between the two of you. It was you guys were really close together the whole time. Very nice. Just Derx just pulled ahead with that goddess movement of his.
Well, I think I was ahead at Phantom because I didn't do Croc early, right?
Right, and that's
Well, that
so,
comes together afterwardly then, but yeah.
Yeah, so you I somehow I missed it, but you obviously then did the ice clip up to Shack Tool.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Even first try without practice.
Nice.
Really
I was
proud of
hoping you
that.
would get. I was hoping you'd get stuck on that.
Yo, thank you.
So I could catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To go back and watch this, I want to learn that clip without the X-ray scope.
Yeah, that clip's really cool if you have the feeling for that. It's really cool.
I'm gonna probably throw in late grapple, late ice, or well, no, you have to pick up ice if you want to do.
Yeah, you pick up ice right before you exit Norfair. It's a little bit out of the way, so
Right.
yeah, but not too bad.
Well,
It doesn't save that much actually. It's way less than the any percent router version. Not entirely sure. I think it was like 30 seconds, 40 seconds in total, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me. There are people out there who know better.
Yeah, it's kind of too bad you can't shoot open that door. Jack Tool yards back out there and make it come down there and clip on wood hooked. Anywho, there you go, JP. Now the Chozo will activate.
Go Jargle.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, pretty bad struggle with that wreck ship E-tank room. I don't like that room. That room's so bad. So badly designed.
I believe there are 10 items in low, so assuming he gets all 10 of these, things should be hunky-dory stuff. Oh, crunched by Goldie.
oh my god.
So yeah, it's definitely the preferable method of killing GT, especially if you have, well, if you have charge and plasma at all. Plasma will pierce and hit him twice, and as I was noting during the course of this, has either of you ever tried to, or seen anyone ever try to microwave Goldie?
Who?
Golden Terizo?
Oh, no.
I've tried. It seems like the microwave works, quote unquote, but it doesn't drain his energy that fast. Or
Oh, okay.
it's like just one hit for every microwave. It's weird.
I mean, if that works, that could be good for 135% at least, if it worked.
Oh yeah.
That's the only category I can think of right now which actually would benefit from that. Where you actually have the loadout.
Well, Ddraig right now practicing some boneless water work.
That's actually me. It looks like.
Oh, Jay
Yeah.
right now practicing some boneless water world strats.
The interesting part is that Drake's screen is a little bit ahead of Jay's somehow.
We're secretly racing Suitless Meridia. Let's just say that.
Jay racing himself in a look at the sync.
Yeah, and
This
Jay,
is
if
an
you,
amazing
if you,
sync we're going on right now.
If you both keep up with that, Jay, if you keep up with that pace, you will never reach him.
I had the SRL window cover, so I just saw Drake's. But Now JB, fully equipped with his components of the crazy combo and everything else. Worst room is a breeze.
Wait a minute.
I think I have to clear some of my gold splits because my last gold, my golden 4 gold, was ticking about 1 minute minute before it should. I can't lose a whole minute in a 1:30 split or something.
Oh yeah, I think it's also worth noting JB was the went up the red tower to get the early power bomb. He was the only one who had to go through Kraid's lair just once.
Okay.
That's something I've enjoyed employing and started being able to do it. Whoops. Ah, the trusty dusty practice ROM, of course. Alright, so, looks like JB is going to get his power bombs of shame back out, I hope. And he's going to microwave the Dojo Pirate. Very nice. First one microwaved successfully. Second one, successful. So, showing off a little microwave. Oh, Jay is going for the CF clip. As JB is into his Ridley fight, and Ridley's being a bit of a jerk thus far. Oh, Jay got it. Hey, Ddraig in the chat. JB is fighting the Riddler in his museum down here, and he will just have the rest of the lower Norfair items to collect, and that'll do it for him. Ridley not playing nicely.
Derxu. I said I'll show you another way to get up to Shackle.
Oh, you show me.
He killed Ridley the long way, actually. Loaded on his own in the... Are you doing that? Are you doing that screen wrap thing, or are you doing?
I see what you mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
aha. Yeah.
That's also a cool one. I don't think I ever practiced it at that spot.
Is the Crystal Flash clip frame perfect, or is it just like a couple of frames perfect?
It's.
Oh, there, you got it.
It's hard to explain, really. It's so.
Yeah, nice.
The power bomb has to be placed at a very specific spot, and your timing for your next bomb has to be pretty specific. But frame specific, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's leeway.
I think you have to hit the exact frame the Crystal Flash appears, but I think you have some leeway of pixels where you can lay the power bomb and still get the down grab. I'm not sure, not entirely sure.
I was watching Jay. Did anyone see if JB got the power bombs a shame?
Nope. I didn't see it.
Oh, I hope he did.
This one's for you, Derxu.
Oh, now Jay is going for the backdoor gravity.
It can't be it.
Oh, and he's in. Nice. Or he was in. He just landed in the wrong spot there, I guess.
Yeah, I needed to be pretty perfect here. That should be good, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not terribly familiar with this trick, but I guess you gotta get in there.
You kinda can get stuck somewhere where you can actually crouch. Yeah, like that. But a little bit higher.
Oh.
Oh, that looks good. Well, yeah,
Okay, well.
That's good.
JB just got the final missile. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the Crystal Flash puts you in a standing animation.
Right.
And then you can actually climb up there into the door transition.
Right, so you need to have all the item.
Yeah, and also if you get in there and don't have the beaten Fintoon, the gravity suit won't be there. So it's actually kind of useless, but it's nice to know.
Mm-hmm. The ship is dead, I guess, and so it holds true that the only item that actually spawns is the west side dead missiles.
Yep.
The east side supers will not be there, although you can see that spot when the ship is dead, and the E-tank will not be there, though you can see that spot when the ship is dead.
You can see the
east
side supers?
Yeah, by clipping through the robot. I did that once,
yeah.
but then you get stuck, and unless you can Crystal Flash right there, you can't get out.
That's true, yeah. And extra climb up there then, I guess. Oh no, you have some leeway down there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that makes those the only ones available.
Okay. I'm still uncertain if JB got the shame power bombs. He's sitting at 43 power bombs right now. Maybe he will hop in the ship and we will see for sure.
At least we can be sure he has all the missiles.
Mm-hmm. Down goes one fish, two fish. Oh, he defo got them. Awesome. Thank you, Ddraig. Okay, he's gonna hop in the ship. He's gonna check his menu. He's... alright. Looks like he's good on all the non-ammo items. And yep, that's 100%. As he's just hit the 2-hour mark. A minute ago. Oh yeah, well, Dreg's still with us for the moment, though it is just after midnight for him now. Sweet dreams to you as well, Ddraig. A little bit later on. For you. My apologies. I said corrected.
Nice. My time's actually at 55 seconds. Interesting. Gotta correct that. Five seconds and 96 hundredths of a second. Interesting.
Oh, JB has entered to his Metroid rooms. Well, so we are not going to see all 400% on screen at once, unless I download this VOD and do an editing trick on it, and then I can pretty much make it have that. Will JB go for... Oh, looks like he is going for... Oh, Baby leapt right on top of him. That's what Baby Skip used to look like when I would try it. That's true, Link. I could edit to a number of strange and wonderful things. Uh-oh. That's... Oh, you have to clear out your reverse tanks. There you go. JB not quite nailing the Zebed skip trick. But there you go, he gets it on the second. Or second visit through the room, at least, into the membrane. Thank you for reminding me of commands here. To follow everyone.
I love Jargle's use of missiles here.
Yeah, pulling out all the missiles. I thought he was going to stop at 144 and pay homage to Anaconda. Maybe not. You managed to hold on to enough. What's something, his reaver. 180 MB2 kill. Which I've done for him, I think, exactly once. Hey, JB going for stand-up. Left with a grand total of... Oh, triggered his reverses. Yeah, it's gonna suck up some more time.
Alright, guys.
He's playing with fire a little bit there. Doesn't want to get that Metroid stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah, also I kind of missed the moment to jump and get stuck on the ground, but well, I had X-ray, so that's actually fine.
Mhm.
But you have to think of that in that situation. Don't be like, oh no, I missed the jump. I messed up stand-up glitch.
Yeah. I have also exactly once done a super missile up, but not nearly as worth it. It was interesting to do and look at. And MB3 is down, all that remains. And a confirmation. Oh yeah. Yeah, that hasn't happened to me very often. I can't seem to remember if you're supposed to hold down item cancel or spam it. But brings JB back on up the parlor. And he's going to do some animal saving. At least someone's a humanitarian in No animal taunting here today, just saving. Jargle is up and out of, getting out of Alcatraz the Nintended way. Returns to the landing site, hops on the ship. With an official speedrun's live time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 39 seconds. One last big GJJG.
Big GG to Jargle there.
Indeed, and that just leaves one more thing to see, and that is his confirmation. He's going to fast forward through the credits.
Is Jargle coming in for an interview, or are we gonna pop this off?
I do not know. But there it is. It's official. For 100%, this has been a completely successful race.
Nice.
No one DQ'd.
So, yeah. GG to everybody. That was a fun race. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, GG.
Is Jargle coming in for an interview?
I tried asking him a couple times there.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes and send a raid over to somebody.
Yeah, he just... Oh yeah, he just says I gotta get going, sorry.
That's cool.
No worries. We'll go ahead and raid someone.
We're gonna raid Poplars today.
Hey, good old Poppy. Alright,
So
sweet
everyone-
dreams, everybody. Have fun, good night, good luck with everything, and Smoke Mistress signing off.
Thanks for
Jaychalke.
commentary. Yeah, thanks for racing. And good night, goodbye.
Yeah. No problem, Derxu.